Jacob played Game of Thrones on the podcast or the Google Cast, Chromecast the other day.
Like a video game or a show?
No, we watched the show.
Really?
Yeah, on HBO.
That's pretty dope. How did you watch HBO on TV if it was off your computer?
Because you can use the app on your Chromecast.
There's an app for
HBO Go Chromecast, so you can stream it right here.
What is that? Is that not bad?
We can watch sports in here with the Chromecast.
Is that not that bad monthly?
HBO, I think it's $10 a month.
Really?
But yeah, I think you have to have regular cable though. You can't just buy it just HBO for $10 a month. And well, maybe, I don't know.
Danny will be happy because I told him we need a big screen TV in the meeting room, and I am here every day and never use it, so I'm glad it's actually getting used.
Yeah, we use it in the morning. So, Freestyle Friday, we're here. Yeah. So what's up?
Dude, a lot of stuff going on. Got a phone call going on right now, but it's alright.
It's Jacob.
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 These are Sports Almanac. So we missed last Friday because I was traveling. This weekend will be my 5th weekend out of town. I'll be down in LA with Barbell Brigade. I'm actually wearing the shirt today, filming, but we kind of missed last Friday. There's just a bunch of stuff going on. Me and Jacob were gone, and I brought Austin Harrison. We're at the West Regional. Usually me and Dean do the show together on Fridays. He got slammed because Austin was gone. He kind of helps run the warehouse. So he was playing catch up there, so we apologize for that. But good time. It was kind of fun watching a lot of athletes compete this weekend. We had a girl that competed with us, Team 2014. Her name's Meg Reardon, Megatron. She made the CrossFit Games, which we were all pretty excited about. She was formerly on the team Caffeine and Kilos. They competed on my affiliate, Warriors CrossFit. And so me and Dean were kind of talking back and forth, like watching her all weekend, seeing how she's going to do, along with texting my wife and a bunch of other people. And there's a lot of kind of stuff going on with CrossFit. Our athlete, Noah Olson, takes second in his region. Ben Smith, who's attached to our barbell club, he ends up taking first. But what we were talking about all week, well, particularly Sunday, was, and I think it's a big topic right now, is the Jeff Evans controversy. So he needs a first place finish to go to the CrossFit Games. He's literally finishing his 6 thrusters, heading back to his rope climbs before people were still finishing from their 15s or whatever it was.
Yeah, his rope climbs in the beginning were stupid fast. No one could keep up with that. That was awesome.
So he's crushing it. He's gonna take first in the workout.
Yeah,
it was thrusters.
Done.
He grabs his rope, and then on the last rope climb, they're saying that from the top, once he touches, your hand needs to make contact with the rope one more time before your feet touch. Now,
not even just your feet though. It's your
body,
his
legs.
It's his quads. He squeezed the rope with his quads before his hand came down. So his feet might not have looked like they were touching, but he clinched the rope with his legs, which just counts as your feet still, which is what the problem was.
So I never go against really what CrossFit says in competition. People go like, why would you say that? Because I've been a judge before. I've been judged. A lot of things happen in human error, but here's the thing. There's human error within all parts of the CrossFit competition. Mm-hmm. I guess that the main thing you should learn from this whole thing is that anything can happen, and you shouldn't make it a situation where anything's questionable, which really hurts to say because I think Jeff Evans is a phenomenal athlete, and I believe I've met him before at a competition, but it just sucked. He said it was 0.5 seconds away from going to the CrossFit Games. Yeah. It was just a decision of closing your legs.
Yeah. Well, and it's...
Do you agree with what CrossFit said, that it was a rep?
I agree with what they did, honestly, but the reason why I would say is more because what he had to, like the person that got knocked out, if he would have won, it better have been legit reason for him to get knocked out, right?
Yeah.
So they did have 2 judges on him on the rope climbs because he was moving so fast. They were like, okay, we'll make sure we got 2 guys watching this so he doesn't get slipped by.
That's true.
And if it's gonna knock somebody out of the CrossFit Games, which is people train for year round, is like, that's one of their main jobs is to train for the CrossFit Games. If someone's not gonna be able to go because of somebody beating them for that spot, it better be 100% legit. Even if nothing else before that was legit, like if they're watching it, it has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And if it was pretty clear that he had about, this big of a space in between the rope and his hand.
Yeah.
When his legs locked onto the rope.
Just crazy.
So technically, yes, does it suck that it was so tedious and kind of like took away his effort of like how fast he went in the beginning? Yeah, it does suck, but I mean that's just what happens.
That's
like there's
sports.
nothing. There's millions of stories in sports where, every second, every inch, every rep counts. Or doesn't count.
Yeah.
So
Now,
that sucks, but
Now there's a lot of stuff going on kind of on the design side. Finally things are kind of coming through, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's just we had so many things we were working on that people don't know about, where we've had products pretty much planned for weeks, and now things are just months. Now things are just kind of flowing through.
Yeah.
What are some things that have recently dropped, things that are going to be going to get dropped, and things that we're working on?
So we have the backpacks, or not backpacks, excuse me, the duffel bags that drop tomorrow. Those are really cool, nice little gym accessory bags, perfect for traveling, for overnight travel or weekend travel, gym bag, whatever you want to use for it. I think it's a pretty cool bag. We like it a lot. We all use it ourselves now. As soon as they came in, we grabbed them and couldn't wait to use them. But we got those coming out. And then next week we'll be dropping the second installment of the over-under CK shirt in the gray and white. Then the week after that, I'm not sure if we're going to do the other shirt colorway or drop the shorts. Maybe drop the shorts to break it up.
What kind of shorts are they for the men? Because they're not a traditional short for
No,
training.
they're like a sweat. I think they call it, I guess a sweat short.
Yeah.
Which is personally, I don't even wear anything but sweat shorts, I think, and gym
I think that's probably
elastic shorts. I don't wear denim shorts.
I think that
Maybe some cut denim shorts or something, maybe.
the idea of this short was actually a long time in coming, because for a long time you would just take sweatpants and cut them.
Yeah, I usually just cut my own. But then, the pockets always suck on those. They're cheap, and it's like the Fruit of the Loom ones from Target or Walmart or whatever. But, we found a good brand that made a really cool pair that has nice pockets that we like, nice deep pockets. It has a nice back pocket for your wallet. They're a good length to where, it can be right about the knee, maybe slightly above, depending on who it is. They're really stretchy. They're good quality. And nice elastic bands. Nice. They're sick. So they're super comfortable too, so that's going to be a good lounging around pant, or even workout pant. I train in them. But yeah, we'll have two colors of those. We're dropping the black ones first, the black and white, and then we're going to do a gray with a black logo as well, but or white logo. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, as far as that goes, more shirt colorways coming out later in the future. We got new hats coming out. We have a new camo style hat coming out with a hunter orange logo on it. It's pretty sick. So I got those coming. Just more stuff.
And then I have a question too. So we didn't do the Freestyle Friday last week because we're kind of jammed up, but usually it's also week in review.
Mm-hmm.
Me, you, and Kelsey were in San Diego for the California region.
Yeah.
China Cho makes it to the games. Kenny does well despite having a pretty effed up hamstring.
Yeah.
We did a really cool pop-up shop, which was one of our first times with Code 3 there.
Yeah, that was cool. That's right. This was one of the shirts they had there. Cool shirt that the Code 3 guys made.
Then we had some good time kind of training with the Blowers at their house and hanging out. Do you want to touch upon some of the cool things from the party and stuff from there, that regional?
Yeah, I think the regionals was obviously awesome. It sucks that Kenny was hurt for a long time even leading up into it, but he still did great considering. I think he won one of the workouts, right? The last workout, or he had one of the top times.
Top times, yeah.
Which is still impressive. I know those deadlifts were hard for him with that hamstring thing, but yeah, it was a really good time. We had met a lot of cool people that we didn't already know, and met seen some friends we haven't seen in a long time also, and yeah, it was all in all good. The presence at the regionals with Caffeine and Kilos was definitely lit. There was how many people they're wearing the gear. It was cool to kind of touch base and just talk to people that rep the brand, stuff like that. We always love that. It's one of our favorite things about this job, or at least mine. But yeah, it was good to hang out with Tony some more and the family. And got to train there every morning, which was nice. He's got a beautiful garage gym with nice equipment and awesome vibes. Nice little dope view of everything too. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice. What's it mean to you because you are a designer, what does it mean to you when you show up to an event like that and you see people, because you were taking pictures of everyone wearing our stuff and made some collages.
Yeah.
Is there, because you've always wanted to do this, you've talked about in previous shows, but do you still get that same feeling of excitement when you see someone wearing, a hat or colorway that you thought was dope or whatever?
Yeah, that's one of the parts of the job I think that'll never go away, because no matter how many times I see it or whatever, it's still cool. It never gets old to me seeing somebody wear it. It's pretty awesome. Pretty lucky.
Yeah.
that we get to be a part of something that's so important to so many people, including ourselves. It's pretty fun. Can't beat that.
And what now looking at to events that are going on, there's just a few more regions. Then obviously we'll be approaching the UG series, which is in Canada, that we're a part of every year.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up.
And then for Canada too, if anyone's watching this, because YouTube crosses borders, obviously it's the internet.
Yeah.
Our distributor there, a lot of times will have pretty much everything we have, right?
Yeah.
So
So they have it all. Just maybe not the same amount of quantities, but they might sell out a little faster. But they have everything.
Everything, and then
Except for, let me take that back. There's very few things like they might not have the wraps or like the lifting straps, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or the coffee mugs. But as far as apparel, like hard apparel goods go, they'll have 99% of those.
And basically, how does that work? Like if you're in Canada, your site will just auto-populate to the Canada store?
It's caffeinekilos.ca.
Okay.
Yeah. It won't auto-populate right now, but it's going to.
It will be.
Right now you have to type in physically caffeinekilos.com.ca.
Okay.
I'm sorry, caffeinekilos.ca, not .com.
Okay, cool. And then I guess the other things that's kind of going on, got the phone with Oak Strong today. He's going to be competing at 242 at Boss of Bosses in August. He looks really fat right now. I was making fun of him.
110 kilos, that's a big boy.
Yeah, his face, he looks like a blowfish. His face is just like this big. He FaceTimed me, it was the whole screen. It's pretty funny. So that's kind of going on. That's right after that. And then we have our invitational. So those of you that know, every year we have an invitational that happens sometime in September. This year it's going to be the first weekend in September. We have some surprise guests that are going to be out there. We have a confirmation that Barbell Brigade is going to be out there. We know that Mark Bell and the ST crew are going to be out there. We're going to add a powerlifting component this year to the invitational. We always have a CrossFit style or fitness competition that we do. And then this year the weightlifting meet is going to be ran by Kevin Doherty again. And then we're going to do our invite. But one of the things that we're doing that's a little different about the invitational this year is it's going to be more family based than it was in the past. Like we've always said that it was, but we're definitely working, we'll talk about it later, but like a new location to where it'll technically be outdoors. And we're going to have like a kids area with everything for the kids. There's going to be jump houses and things they can play on, a bunch of stuff. There'll actually be a beer garden that's going to be set up. We're going to have the ability for athletes of each one of the competitions, whether they're doing weightlifting, powerlifting, or CrossFit, will have their own section for their own athlete area. It'll be done in an area in Sacramento too, where there'll be surrounding restaurants all around. So we're super stoked about
Bars
that.
and
But yeah, whatever. Like
small shops.
Small shops. We're super stoked about it, but just let you guys know, like we are always working on that event year round, trying to make it better. It's basically the event that started our company, so it's very dear to us, and we're excited about it.
It'd be great for everybody in the whole family. Like
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah. In 2013, we had a lot of family-based stuff, and then we moved to our new location for the last couple of years, and we had a little bit more limited space.
Yeah.
And limited options, but now we're happy to be able to do that again, to where we can have a more broad spectrum, less restrictions on what we can do, so we can have a lot more activities for everybody else to do, more food options, all that kind of good stuff. So that's good. It's
a very central location downtown Sacramento as well, that's going to be accessible by pretty much every major freeway, so we're excited about that. We still have some time. The one thing I want to get into next is kind of transitions for a lot of us in the company on the aspect of what we're doing. We call ourselves a lifestyle brand, so here's some of the things that are going on. I have been focusing a little bit more on training like GPP, CrossFit type stuff. I'm still doing Olympic weightlifting, I'm still doing powerlifting stuff, but post my back injury, which happened in November, I'll be focusing more on just getting healthy. I'm going to be having a child here with Misha in December, so my mindset kind of switched from wanting to be super strong to being more fit. So I'll be getting more into CrossFit. Danny's getting more into CrossFit. He's been doing some local comps. You'll probably see me and him competing together in team comps, just having fun with that. Dean, tell us about what you got going on. You're training now in a good training environment. It's kind of hard because you don't have me and Danny really to train with as much. So what's your new training situation look like?
Well, yeah, I'm back with my old team over with Ben Claridad. One of my first coaches in weightlifting, as far as like on an actual, like not an actual, but like on a strict team regiment. I still, love the Cal Strength guys. They're all my, really good friends and stuff. I just needed more of an environment to where
close to you. That you could train.
And it's like, it's any program's gonna work the same as long as you believe in it. And it's not even just the fact of the programming or anything. It's just I needed to train with people instead of training by myself all the time. So I'm happy, very happy to be back with them over there. at his place, and finally able to train at, I'm going to say 90% of like feeling great. My body feels good.
And what are your lifts looking like? You had a wrist injury a while ago.
Yeah, my biggest injury lately has just been my wrist. It's just such a prolonged injury that has just been just frustrating, but it's just like, damn, it's like, it still hurts? Really? It's been fucking 14 weeks now. Like, when is this shit gonna go away? And it's just one of those things where you really can't do much without a fucking wrist in weightlifting or CrossFit or anything. So it's just kind of been frustrating that it's finally back to being pretty good. So like, I just wrap it up a little extra tight and might have to grit through a couple sets, but for the most part, everything's pretty good.
And what, like in that group, who are your favorite people to train with?
Honestly, everybody. The energy is always fire, so it's always a good time. There's a bunch of guys, a bunch of girls, all different ages, different weight classes. So
Do you have anyone in particular you share a bar with?
I kind of usually work on my own bar or work with Jean or
that's fun. Jean.
Yeah, Jean. Yeah, Jean's a good weightlifter over there. Chris, Ricky. There's all kinds of guys and girls over there that we like to train together. But yeah, it's always a good time. We get after it. It's fun. It's music's loud and the bars are moving around, so it's always good.
What does a typical training day there look like for you? Like, what time does it start? What time does it end? What's your program kind of looking like now?
Well, I'm actually kind of training later in the day now. I used to be training around. I'm used to training around 1 to 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And now I'm training a little bit later in the day, closer to 4:30. So there's always a group kind of trickles in between 4 and 6. You'll have people trickling in to starting at different times.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ben himself and a couple of the guys, they started about 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I get in there when they're about finishing up or like in the middle of their workout. So
well, it's good because then you have kind of eyes on you too.
Yeah, always. So yeah, a little bit later in the day. It's about a 2-hour or so training session. Depending on how fast I'm working. I'm trying to actually. It's funny. I'm actually trying to pick up my pace more than before because I'm used to sitting around here where it takes me, 2 hours to not do much, and just dragging ass, being lazy, just because I had no one to check me, no one to regulate my speed or whatever.
Yeah.
So now I'm like kind of training a little faster now, which feels good. I'm breaking like more of a sweat. I'm feeling more loose. I'm not getting tired sitting down. So
yeah.
It's actually been really one of the best things I like about the new environment is picking up the pace.
And I know that it was 4 of us. I mean, because we just picked up Jake. Jake's from Mississippi, the Sports Almanac, as known in this show. August, John North's meet. Mm-hmm. Danny's committed. Jake's committed. I verbally committed.
I told him I was doing it too.
And then Dean's doing it. So all 4 of us are actually doing a meet in August. But outside of that,
Hollywood.
Outside of that August meet, which is a big one, I'm really excited about it. Is there any other meets that you're looking to do in the PWA local?
Oh yeah, no, I'll probably do a meet within the next 3-4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. And then
I might not be like at my top numbers, but I'm ready to start competing for sure. Like,
get back in it.
I've been ready to compete mentally for the last 4 months, but it just wasn't an option. But my goal at the beginning of this year, before I had a little setback, was to compete at least once a month or at least once every 2 months, depending on work schedules or whatever. That's always priority. But yeah, so I want to get in at least maybe even 2-3 weeks from now. I gotta look at a schedule, PWA schedule, but yeah, probably go to Max's gym or something, throw the bar around, have fun, and get back in the actual competing aspect of it, because that's its own animal. Like, anybody can train in the gym for weightlifting, but it's a totally different animal competing.
Yeah.
So I gotta relearn that now. I gotta learn how to compete again.
Get back into the competition mode.
So yeah, there's that. I'm excited about that too. Like, honestly, it's fun fucking up. It's because then you gotta learn from it.
Yeah.
So whatever.
No, it's good.
Let's do it.
My big thing too, just on closing, is that willingness to compete and learn from your mistakes is the only way to get better. And being vulnerable enough to go do something that you might not succeed in is what makes you succeed in the long run. So we got like 20 seconds left of the show. Anything you want to end on?
Not particularly. Yeah, I'm just ready. I'm happy to be training again. I know you're happy to be training again.
Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm tired of being fat. I told someone, I'll close on this. It's cool to be fat and strong. It's not cool to be fat and not strong. So I gotta get in shape.
Perfect. All right, guys. That was a good one.
Jamming, dude.